Okay, next problem is from a model 4 goodness of fit test using chi-square test with Poisson assumption. This chi-square test is completely different from chi-square test of model 3. Let's see how goodness of fit test using chi-square test with Poisson assumption will be solved. The first step says compute Poisson distribution using p of x is equal to e to the power of minus alpha into alpha power of x divided by x factorial, where x will be start from 0 to n. Suppose in a question if the interval is given, then the x value will be start from given interval. If the question doesn't give any interval, assume that your interval will be start from 0 to so on. Once we calculated Poisson assumption, next step is compute expected frequency. Expected frequency is equal to total number of sample data into Poisson distribution. Then once we find out expected frequency, we need to reduce the interval. To reduce the interval, if you are working with the sample data more than a 50, then your reduced interval value will be a 5. If you are working with the sample data 100, then reduced interval value will be 5. If it is 50, then reduced interval will be 4. If it is 30, then reduced interval will be 3. We need to compare your expected value should be always greater than the reduced interval value. If not, then we have to combine first interval with the second interval. Once you reduce the interval, next we have to find out the chi-square test by using the equation. Same equation what we did in a model 3. Once we find out the chi-square test, next step is obtain a critical value from the table A6, that is x alpha comma k is a reduced interval s minus 1. Remember s value will be 1 always. Then last step, check whether the random numbers are uniformly distributed or not. That is, your chi-square test should be always less than equal to critical value obtained from the table A6. If it is less, then we'll say it as an accepted, otherwise we'll say it as an rejected. This alpha we call it as a level of significance. This alpha we call it as a mean or critical value. Some question the critical value or mean value will be given, in some question the critical value will not be given, then you need to find out the critical value. To find out the critical value, we'll say mean value x mean is equal to summation xi is equal interval into frequency observation of I divided by total number of sample data or observation. This is an equation to calculate the critical value of alpha. If the question does not give critical value for the alpha, then we can find it by using this equation, where xi is an interval, fi is an observed frequency, where n is the total number of sample data. Let's see one example. This is an example. Okay, using goodness of fit test whether the random numbers are uniformly distributed based on Poisson assumption with level of significance alpha 0.05 with critical value or mean value is given as 3.64. The sample data are this. Now, first step says identify the data. Identify uppercase n or uppercase n. You add all the observation value. That sum will give n value. that is 100. Then first step, compute Poisson distribution. To compute Poisson distribution, this is an equation where x start from 0. In this question, interval is given. Suppose if interval is started from 1, then the x value will be start from 1. Suppose if interval is not given, start only observed frequency value is given, then we have to assume that interval is start from 0 to so on. Now first step x is 0, so p0 is equal to e to the power of minus critical value 3.64 into 3.64 power of 0 divided by 0 factorial, you will get 0.026. Then x get incremented, x became 1. Then substitute e to the power of minus 3.64 into 3.64 power of 1, then by 1 factorial, you will get 0.096. Then x is equal to 2, e to the power of minus 3.4 into 3.64 power of 2 by 2 factorial, we will get 1.74. Like that, we have to find Poisson distribution. Once the Poisson distribution is found out, then we will go to second step to finding the expected frequency. Then first plot the table based on the chi-square equation. So xi is given in a question, yi is given in a question. Now we need to find out ei, oi minus ei, y minus ei power of 2, and chi-square test. So write down whatever the values are given in a question, interval and observation, interval and observation as given in a question. Now we need to find out ei. The ei for the first interval is n is 100, into I value is 0. So p naught we got as 0.026. Multiply 100 into p naught 0.026, we will get 2.6. Then second, 100 into p1 is 0.096 into 100, we will get 9.6. Then 100 into p2 is 1.174, we will get 17.4. Then 100 into p3, 100 into p4, and so on. Once we get expected interval value for the each interval, now we need to reduce the interval into the interval based on the sample data. Here sample data are given as 100, so reduce interval value will be 5. So take 2.6. 2.6 is greater than 5. No. Then we need to add second interval value of expected frequency. After adding these two, we will get 12.2. 12.2 is greater than 5. Yes. Then we need to stop it. Then next, 17.4 is greater than 5. Yes. 21.1 is greater than 5. Yes. 19.2 is greater than 5. Yes. 14.0 is greater than 5. Yes. 8.5 is greater than 5. Yes. 4.4 is greater than 5. No. Then you combine these two, you will get 6.4. 6.4 is greater than 5. Yes. So I will stop. Then next value is 0.8. 0.8 is greater than 5. No. 0.11 is greater than 5. No. 0.11 is greater than 5. No. 0.13 is greater than 5. No. Then the remaining element, if does not give greater than 5, then combine this sum with the previous added interval. The 6.4 plus this rest result will give 7.6. Now 7.6 is greater than 5. Yes. So assume that if we are having here 6.61, 0.80 is greater than 5. No. 1.1 is greater than 5. No. 7.2 is greater than 5. Yes. Then this is became as another interval. this will become as another interval. If the remaining element is giving greater than 5, means this will become as another interval. If it is not giving greater than 5, then entire values will become as one interval. In this problem, after adding all this value, I am getting 7.6. So 7.6 is greater than 5. This has been reduced the interval. Next, find out OA minus CA. Same procedure. OA value is, we added two intervals, add these two values, we'll get 22. 22 minus 12.5, yes, minus is 9.8. Then 19 minus 17.4, 1.6. 17 minus 21.1, minus 4.1. 10 minus 19.2, minus 9.2. 8 minus 14.0, minus 6. And 7 minus 8.5, minus 1.5. You added all this interval, add all the observation value. After adding all the observation value, I am getting 17. 17 minus 7.6 is 9.4. Then substitute this value into the equation. Find the critical value. I got critical value is 27.69. T-square value is 27.69. Second step over. Third step, compute the level of significance from the table A6. That is x naught alpha. Alpha value is given as 0.05. K value is how many intervals has been reduced. This is an one interval. This is a one interval. This is a second interval. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So K value will be 7. Yes, each time I am comparing one value with the reduced interval value. So S value will be 1 and minus 1. After substituting, I will get x alpha comma 5 from the table A6. So we will see alpha 0.05 comma 5 is equal to alpha 0.05 and 5 is 11.1. I got critical value from the table A6 is 11.1. So critical value from the table A6 is 11.1. Then check whether the random numbers are uniformly distributed or not. That is, x naught square should be less than equal to critical value from the table. So chi-square test value I got 27 and critical value from the table I got 11.1. Whether 27.69 is less than equal to 11.1? No. So rejected. The random numbers are not uniformly distributed. So this is the first problem. Second problem. In this question, using a goodness of fit test, check whether the random numbers are uniformly distributed over the interval 0 to 1 using Poisson assumption with level of significance 0.05. The critical value is given as below. The sample data are given below. In this case, the alpha critical value is not given. To find out critical value, we will use this equation. Then equation says Fi into Xi, where Fi is an observed frequency, Xi is an interval, and N is a total number of sample data. You add this, you will get total number of sample data, that is 70. Then now find out 5 into 0 is 0 plus 10 into 1 is 10 plus 5 into 2 10, 8 into 3 24, 12 into 4 48, 10 into 5 50, 8 into 6 48, 7 into 12 84. 4 divided by n. Then I will get a critical value of 3.91. The remaining procedures are same. Suppose in the same question, if the intervals are not given, means you need to assume the interval from 0 to n. If interval is started from 1 to 3, then multiply 5 into 1 plus 10 into 2 plus 5 into 2 and so on. The remaining procedure is same what is explained in the previous problem.